Honduras might not be the first place that comes to mind when planning a trip, but after spending time in the town of Copan Ruinas, we can confidently say it's worth it. The town, named after the nearby Copan Ruins, surprised us with its rich history, colorful wildlife, and some of the best coffee we've ever had. Just across the border from Guatemala, Copan Ruinas has a relaxed, small-town charm that we really enjoyed. This is our experience in Copan Ruinas, Honduras. Upon arriving in town, we instantly felt a comfortable laid-back vibe. From cobblestone streets and colorful buildings to a small but lively main plaza, Copan Ruinas has a certain charm. Parque Central is the heart of the town, surrounded by local vendors, artisanal shops, and bright red tuk-tuks that will take you anywhere in town for $1 or $2. While Copan Ruinas is a tourist town, it doesn't feel touristy at all. We barely saw other travelers, and almost everyone in the plaza seemed like a local. Unlike bigger cities accustomed to tourists, it was refreshing not to have to deal with crowds or pushy vendors trying to sell you something you don't want. If you're worried about safety, we found the town center to be perfectly walkable even at night, with plenty of families out enjoying the evening. Fortunately for us, we came in December and the whole town was decorated with Christmas lights and filled with an infectious festive spirit. The highlight of any trip here has to be the Copan Ruins, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. After having explored 3 other Mayan ruins in the weeks before and experiencing a little Mayan ruin fatigue, we briefly debated whether it would be silly to visit Copan Ruinas without seeing the Copan Ruins. Thankfully, good sense prevailed and we decided to give it a visit. Unlike many other famous Mayan ruins, Copan isn't crowded at all. We only saw a handful of others while walking around, and could even climb up the ruins and really see everything up close. It's possible to hire a guide to bring you around for $30, but since we had already visited other Mayan sites, we decided to explore on our own. The ruins are well labelled, and a little pre-trip research goes a long way. One part that often gets skipped is the residential area. Here, you can walk among what used to be homes of the regular Mayan population, and imagine how they lived centuries ago. Plus, the trail leading there was so quiet and remote that we even spotted a herd of deer and an agouti in the wild. Another treat at Copan Ruinas is spotting Scarlet Macaws, a ton of them. This is the national bird of Honduras and they are a feast for the eyes. They usually crowd around the entrance of the Copan Ruins, and you can see them nesting on trees or swooping around overhead. It's crucial that you come around feeding time, which seems to be 2 PM, because that's when it turns into absolute chaos. During our visit, the feeder was late, and the Macaws made sure everyone knew it. And when he finally appeared, they started flying around, shrieking louder than ever. As they ate, we got to see these beautiful creatures up close, and it felt so surreal. Once the macaws were done, we spotted smaller birds and even squirrels moving in to clean up the leftovers. The fact that we got to see the macaws so close means we decided to skip the Macaw Mountain Bird Park, another popular attraction in Copan Ruinas. That saved us about $10 per person, as the wild macaws here put on a show for free. And here's a pro tip. If you visit the Copan Ruins in December, the temperatures are pretty chill, so there's no need to push for a morning visit. We arrived about 2 PM just in time for the macaw feeding, and it was perfect. Many Central American countries claim to produce the best coffee, but we felt that the coffee we had in Copan Ruinas were exceptionally tasty. And trust us, we had coffee in every country here. Although there are a handful of really good cafes here, Cafe Welch's was our favorite local coffee house by far. The quiet rooftop terrace, paired with amazing mountain views, is a severely underrated gem. Plus, their Americano coffee was hands down the best we had, perhaps even in Central America. So although there are many opportunities to visit coffee farms around Central America, we decided to do ours near Copan Ruinas at the Cafe Welch's coffee farm. Arranging a tour is easy. Simply make a reservation with the staff at the cafe and show up at the cafe on the day of the tour. We met our guide Javier, who drove us 45 minutes to the farm before we got on a tram that brought us up the mountains. With elevations between 960 and 1100 meters, they grow Arabica beans, known for their smoother taste and complex flavors compared to Robusta. What made this tour special was how personal it felt. We were the only visitors that day, meaning we could spend more time exploring the forest, tasting raw coffee fruits, and checking out different plants, and asking Javier as many silly coffee-related questions as we wanted. The tour also included lunch, easily the best meal of our entire trip. Sitting on a terrace overlooking the forest and the waterfall, eating a freshly made Honduran meal felt like something straight out of an Instagram post. Our tour's finale was a cupping session, a very sophisticated exercise where you sniff, slurp, and taste different cups of coffee and try to figure out if it tastes like fruit or chocolate or something fancy like cinnamon. Suffice to say, I've become a bit of a coffee snob after this. Now, the tour's $50 per person price tag may seem a little steep at first, but consider this. Aside from lunch, it also included round-trip transport, and we ended up having a pretty much private tour. So we felt the value we got exceeded what we paid for. Another local specialty not to miss is Honduran chocolate, and one of the best places to try it is at the tea and chocolate place. Since it's uphill, we took a tuk-tuk up for just $1 and saved ourselves the climb. The tea and gift shop is beautifully designed, with lovely spots to sit and enjoy the mountain views. It also doubles up as a little educational space, with some neat exhibits on chocolate making and cacao trees on site. There's also a wide variety of local Honduran products on sale, including salsa, soaps, and lots of chocolate. Like a lot of chocolate. To enjoy the view, we got their famous hot chocolate, as well as a delicious brownie and some chocolate bites. We read that the baleada is a must-try Honduran street food. And although it sounded a little like a burrito made different, we were determined to taste one in Copan. For less than $2, we got a delicious tortilla loaded with cheese, beans and meat, and topped with a spicy sauce. Simple, but so good. Another must-try in Honduras, as advised by a local, is pollo chuco, a fried chicken dish that's quite visually stunning. Colorful, saucy, and filled with coleslaw and crispy plantains, we saw many locals digging into this dish for dinner here. If you're looking for a simple but comfortable stay in Copan Ruinas, our hotel was only $25 per night for a private ensuite room. It's conveniently located right by the main plaza, making it easy to walk to the restaurants and shopping streets. They also offer shuttle services and did our laundry for a small fee. We even booked a shuttle through them to El Salvador, which made our onward journey really hassle-free. Many people skip Honduras because they think it's dangerous. While this might be true for bigger cities, Copan Ruinas, being a small border town, felt very safe to us. Walking around at night was no issue, and we frequently saw families and children out enjoying the plaza. It's a shame to miss out on a country purely due to safety concerns, because Copan is such a peaceful and welcoming place. If you are already traveling in Central America, this town is an excellent way to experience a slice of Honduras. If, like us, you're also crossing the border from Guatemala to Honduras, our driver recommended doing the currency exchange with the local vendors at the border for a better rate. We got 23 lempira per dollar, much better than the lower rates at the banks and ATMs. We did not see any official money exchange. It also helps to keep some quetzales on hand since you will need them to pay the Honduran tourist tax before entering. For a town that many travelers skip, Copan Ruinas completely won us over. Between the ancient ruins, up-close encounters with Macaws, incredible coffee, and laid-back atmosphere, it felt like a hidden gem. Unlike many tourist hotspots, Copan Ruinas has an authentic small-town charm. And despite having tourist-friendly infrastructure, it never felt overrun. The streets, the plaza, and even the ruins felt more like a place where locals live rather than a destination catering solely to visitors. If you're heading through Central America, don't let safety concerns keep you away from Copan. Just stay aware as you would anywhere. And if you've been to Copan Ruinas, let us know your favorite part in the comments below. Until next time, thanks for watching.